everyone, welcome to Insights by Arish. In today's video, we will try to understand about one-hot encoding. First, we will see what its purpose is, and secondly, we will try to see how it's implemented. So starting with, you might know that one-hot encoding is used to convert the categorical data into numeric one, because any machine learning model or typically any kind of system cannot handle categorical data. Hence, it's mandatory to convert it into some numerical format. And one way to do so is one-hot encoding. So let me take you to this image and let me zoom this figure 1. So in this figure 1, you can see that you have two categorical columns here. The first one being gender and the second one being location. In the first columns, you have two unique values, male and female. Whereas in the second column, you have four distinct values, or we can say four unique values, namely north, south, east and west. Now, in order to convert this categorical data into numeric one, what this one-hot encoding will do is it will generate some numeric data in combination of zeros and ones. So, let me try to explain you considering this example. So, in the first column, you are having two unique values here, namely male and female. So, what this one-hot encoding will do, it will generate two new columns out of this single gender column. Because as we are having two unique values in this column, two new columns will get generated. One column will hold the value for male, whereas the second column will hold the value for female. Similarly, if you take the look at second column, which is location, here we have four unique values. So four new columns will get generated out of this single location column. One will hold the value for north, second for south, third for west and fourth for east. Now all this data will be represented in a combination of zeros and ones. 0 means it does not belong to that class and 1 means it do belong to that class. So if you take the look at the second figure, you can see out of this gender column, two new columns are created. One is gender male and second is gender female. Similarly, out of this location column, four new columns are created. Location south, location north, location west and location east. We will also try to see why the column names are in this particular format, where first we have the initial column name, then we have an underscore and then we have the unique category name, because this is what we are going to use in our implementation part as well. So coming back to the point, if you take the look at the first row in the figure 1, for the gender column you have the value male. Now take the look at two new columns generated out of the gender column. So in the first row you can see for the gender male, the value is 1, while for the gender female, the value is 0. So you can clearly see in the initial table, or you can see in the figure 1, the original categorical value in the first row was male, and hence now when it's converted into the numerical format, the value for gender male is 1 and for gender female is 0. Similarly, if you take the look at second row of your gender column in the figure 1, you can see the original value was female. Now when you take the look at the numerical columns in the figure 2, you can see the one value will be given under the gender female column, whereas for gender male it will be 0. So as I said previously, 0 means it doesn't belong to that particular column and 1 means it do belong to that column. Now take the look at location column. In the first row of figure 1, the original categorical value is south. Now take the look at four new columns generated out of location column in figure 2. So here in the first row, you can find that the value 1 is present in location south column, while for all other three columns the value is 0, which means you can easily interpret that for the first row location was south. Now take the look at second row, original value is north, and similarly in the figure 2 you can see the value 1 is present in location north column, while other three columns have the value 0. So wherever you see 1, you can easily interpret that this particular row belongs to that category. Now take the look at figure 2. In the last row of figure 2, you can see first one value is present in gender male column, whereas the second first value is present in the location east column, which means this entire row, that is this last row, is for someone male, and that particular male belongs to location east. So this is how the one-hot encoding transforms your categorical data into numeric one in combination of zeros and ones. Now the similar thing we will implement in Google Colab. So going back to Google Colab here, I will be using this insurance CSV dataset here. I will provide this dataset and also this code file here on my GitHub, and I will provide the link of this GitHub in the description box. If you want, you can check that. So starting with, let's start loading the data frame here. So let me import pandas. Then let me load the data frame here. So df is pd.readcsv, and here I will provide the path of CSV file. Let's run that. Now let me display this data frame. So df.head. So if you take the look at this data frame, you can see here you have three categorical columns. First one is sex, second one is smoker, and the third one is region. So now you want to generate new columns for these three categorical columns. Firstly, what you will do is you will create a list that will hold the names, or you can say titles, of columns which are categorical in nature. So let me write it here. Creating a list that holds the names of columns which are categorical in nature. And we are not going to create this manually. We are going to use select data type method here. So let me say here categorical columns. This will be a list, and here I will say df dot select data types. Now this is an inbuilt method of select d types, which will help us to extract any columns of any specific data type. Now let me write this include attribute, and in this include attribute you have to specify the data type for which you want to extract the column names. So here I will provide the data type as object, because all the categorical columns have object as their data type. You can even see that. Let me just show it to you. Just a minute. So let me just say here df.info. And here you can see wherever you have the categorical column, the data type is object. So basically we are extracting the columns which have object data type. And then as we are extracting just the column names, here I will say columns. And as we are converting it to list, hence I will give the toList method here. Let's run that. And let's see what data this variable holds. So as you can see, it has smartly extracted all the three columns which are categorical in nature, which is sex, smoker, and region. Now after extracting this categorical columns, we will actually go ahead with the one hot encoding process. So let me write here one hot encoding. Now this one hot encoding module is present in the pre-processing class of your sklearn library. So let me just say here from sklearn.preprocessing. From here I will import one hot encoder. Now once you import that, you have to create an object of that. So let me name that object as encoder, and in that I will load this module of one hot encoder. Now here you have to give some attributes. The first attribute is sparse. Now the data shouldn't be sparse. It should actually be dense, and hence here I will say false, because we don't want sparse data, we want dense data. And after that we will say here handle unknown. This is the second attribute of handle unknown, and here we have to say ignore. This basically means that while converting the categorical data into numeric 1, if the encoder model comes across some unknown value or some unknown category, then basically it will ignore that. Now after loading this one hot encoder module along with its attributes in the encoder class, now you are going to fit it. So let me just say here encoder dot, and here I am going to make use of fit method. Now in this fit method you have to pass all the column names that are categorical in nature. Now as you already know, we have already extracted all the columns which are present in categorical columns variable. So we will say df, that is our data frame name, and from that we will say all the columns that are present in categorical columns. So basically what we are doing is we are extracting all these categorical columns from the data frame df. Now as we have explicitly extracted the categorical column names here, and hence we are passing directly this categorical column list to our encoder.fit method. But if you haven't did so, if you haven't explicitly extracted the column names, you can go ahead with another method, and that another method is instead of giving this categorical columns here, what you have to do is you have to explicitly give the column names here. Let me show it to you. The first categorical column that we have is sex, the second one is smoker, and the third one is region. So in this way as well, you can give all your categorical columns to encoder.fit method, but it can only be possible when your data set is comparatively small, or you can say you have less number of features. If you have a large data set which consists of a lot of features, then in that case it's not manually possible to enter all the column, that is basically all the categorical columns explicitly here. So it's better to go ahead with this categorical columns method instead of giving all the columns explicitly here. Fine. And the reason behind using two square brackets here is because we are extracting the data from the data frame format. If you don't give this two brackets here, then it will basically consider the array format and not the data frame format. Fine. So let me just delete this and I will again say categorical columns here. Let's run that. Now after doing this, you can even see what all encoder classes you have. So let me just say here encoder dot, as you can see you have an option of categories underscore. Let's select that and let's run that. So it's showing that what all unique values you have in all the categorical columns. So you have three categorical columns here. In the first column you have these two unique values, in the second column smoker you have these two unique values, and in the third column region you have these four unique values. Now as I already told in this image, the number of new columns getting generated is equal to the number of unique values you have in your columns. So let's say that in the first column you have these two unique values, female and male, and hence two new columns will get generated out of this single gender column. Similarly, in the second smoker column you again have two unique values, no and yes. So even here for the smoker column, two new columns will get generated out of that smoker column. And for the third column region, we have four unique values, and hence four new columns will get created out of this single region column. Before transforming this data, we have to perform one more step here, and that is, as I shown you in this image, once the new columns get created, that columns get new names. That is, initially the column name was gender, but when two new columns are created, now it has the original column name underscore and the unique category it belongs to, like gender underscore male, gender underscore female, so that we can easily identify that that particular column belongs to which particular category. Now how to give this column names, because it's not possible to manually enter this column names in case if we have many features, many categorical features. So even here we are going to use an inbuilt method. Let's do that. Let me say here new column names, and here I will again create a list of new column names, and the list name will be encoded columns. So encoded calls, and here I will say list. Now in this encoder we have all the data of the unique values, or we can say unique categories, and also the categorical columns. So we are going to use this encoder object here. Here I will say encoder dot, and this encoder has one inbuilt method which is get feature names out. Let me just say here get feature names out. This inbuilt method will help us to automatically extract the feature names, unique feature names, and then it appends it with the original column name. And then you have to pass the categorical columns here. So I will directly pass the categorical columns list, and if you haven't made this list explicitly, then you have to pass all the categorical columns one by one explicitly, as I already shown you. Fine, let's run that, and let me display this variable to you, basically the list actually, and let's run that. So as you can see, now it have generated new column names, and you can find the pattern here. First it has the original column name, then underscore, and then the unique category it belongs to. Fine. So this is the pattern of new column names, and now we are generating this new columns with this particular new column names. So let's say here, now we will start with transforming the data. So transforming the data. Now we aren't making any changes in the existing column. These were our existing columns: sex, smoker and region. These columns will remain as it is in the data frame, but we are generating new columns here, which means we are increasing the number of features. We are appending these new columns after the last column. So here we have to create new columns, and here I will say df, and I will pass this encoded columns list here. So encoded columns, so which means this many number of new columns will get generated with this particular names that are present in the encoded columns list. Then I will again use the encoder object, so encoder, and now I will use the transform method. So transform. Now what are we transforming? We are transforming the data which is present in the categorical columns of the data frame. So df, and again I will pass this categorical columns list. Let's run that. And now if I try to display the data frame here, you can see that new columns will get appended. So these are your new columns with the value zeros and ones. So if you take the look at your first row, originally the value for sex was female, and hence the two new columns which are generated out of this sex column, which is sex female and sex male, the value 1 is present for the sex female column and not for the sex male column. Fine. So this is how the numerical values are getting generated in the combination of zeros and ones for the one hot encoded columns. Now that you have this numerical data, you don't require this initial categorical data. So you are free to delete this existing categorical data like sex, smoker and region. And again, you don't have to delete this explicitly. We will directly use this categorical columns list. So let me just say here df dot drop columns. Now instead of explicitly giving the categorical column names here, what you can do, you can just say here categorical columns, because this list already consists of all your categorical columns. And then just say in place is equal to true in order to make these changes permanent, and let's run that. Now if I display the data frame, let me just display it. You can see now we don't have any categorical column here. All the data is just numeric in nature, and now we are good to go. Now further we can feed this data to any machine learning model, any deep learning model, and basically any model, because it doesn't consist of any categorical data. So this is how one hot encoding is performed. I have this code file as well as the data set on my GitHub, and I will provide the link of this GitHub repository in the description box. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.